So I wanted to, it's good to see everybody. I wanted to start with saying how pleased we are about the historic action yesterday to pass the health care bill in the U.S. Congress, and that's going to be really good news, not only for the whole country, but particularly for Washington State. Senator Kaiser and Representative Cody have been working quite long, hard hours for the last year on some of the details of the bill to make sure that it works well for us here in Washington, and so we are really anticipating when it's finally passed that it will be really good news for our state. It will pick up on our basic health plan as the possibility for other states to use as a model, and we hope and expect to be able to receive a federal match for the basic health plan, which, as you know, has been our plan for helping people get affordable health care who are in the gap between Medicaid and private health insurance. And so we're pretty excited about that. A big round of cheers in our caucus about it because it's been a long time coming, and we feel very positive about what it's going to mean for us over the next few years in Washington State in terms of being able to continue to reduce the number of people who have no health care coverage whatsoever, and also help our state budget at the same time. We feel like we're making good progress on the jobs part of the agenda for special session, and several of the bills have passed either the House or the Senate. We're working through the differences on them now. Just a couple of notable ones in terms of Senate bills is Senator Kilmer's B&O tax credit, which will provide a credit for small businesses when they are able to hire a new individual in the next year. And the convention center bill, I also think, is really one of the best jobs bills of the whole session, because that convention center expansion, when it's complete, will not only allow the Seattle Convention Center to attract these larger conferences than they've been able to have before, keep some at home, like Microsoft, who was talking about moving their meeting elsewhere simply because of size limitations, and it will spill over to the other convention centers around the state, like Spokane and Tri-Cities, who will be able to also partner with Seattle in attracting those conventions. And that's why the other parts of the state were also very supportive of this bill. And the convention center expansion itself will mean a lot of jobs in central Puget Sound, as well as the associated economic development around that. I think they're talking about some new hotels and things like that. So we're really proud of how the jobs agenda is going so far.
The sales tax increase hasn't polled well with voters. Are you afraid of the Democrats are going to take a hit in the upcoming elections?
Hey, guess what? Healthcare wasn't polling very well with voters, and the president and the congressional Democrats stepped forward and did the right thing. So I don't believe that we should be making our public policy just on the basis of how something polls today. I think part of our leadership responsibility is to go out and make the case to the public about, this might not sound good on the face of it, here's why we did it. And that's what I'm hearing in my caucus, that people are, my members, senators, are doing that. Senator in caucus was like, I was just at a community dinner, and people said, what are you doing there? And I told them, and they're having those kind of dialogues. And so I think a poll is useful, but it's a one moment snapshot of the voters who happen to pick up their landline. And there's a much broader public policy debate that needs to happen. If we were going to just do the legislation on the basis of the polls, you wouldn't need the legislature.